Now on CoastTV News.
Tackling takeover events, what Rehoboth Beach police are reporting after concerns that another scene like this one from May could occur this week. Plus, marriage rights debate, the status of the latest effort in the Delaware dealing with same-sex marriage.
Seasonable Thursday with slightly higher humidity levels, tracking the return of 90s for Friday and the return of thunderstorm chances into the weekend.
This is CoastTV News Midday.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. Today is Thursday, June 25th. I'm Grace Eckerly and welcome to CoastTV News Midday. Starting off by taking a live look into a rather crowded Ocean City, Maryland. Many people lining the shore today. Try and get out there with your beach chair now to get a spot, my goodness. And to tell us more about this perfect beach day, it's First Alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobuono. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Grace. Yeah, another beach day, making it 2 consecutive good beach days out there. You can see the mostly clear skies now in Cambridge. We had a little clouds to start there this morning. 79 right now. We're at 79 in Milton, 75 Bethany Beach. We're now up to 80 in Salisbury as we see southwest winds. Now the dew points are beginning to creep up ever so slowly, so we're sprinkling in a little humidity. Unlike what we had yesterday, we were a little drier with those dew points in the 50s. There's that veil of clouds we've had this morning. Just kind of a high, thin cloud base over the area. Those are beginning to push out to sea, and we should see mostly clear skies through the afternoon as temperatures get up into the mid-80s. So a seasonable day, clear evening with temperatures falling back into the 70s. It's going to be a mild, muggy night as that humidity continues to build into the area. We'll talk about heat for Friday and storm chances into the start of the weekend a little bit later on the newscast. Grace.
Thank you, Chris. We are now taking a look at another beach along our coast. This is the view from the Rehoboth Beach boardwalk. Again, crowded, many people putting their umbrellas up. We're checking in on the scene here as a lot of focus on the nation's summer capital recently, and now the kind of positive attention that they would prefer. On your screen now is video that we want to show you of the large gathering of college students on the Rehoboth Beach boardwalk that prompted a heavy police presence on May 19th. Now, our top story this morning, the Rehoboth Beach Police Department says it was preparing for another takeover that was promoted on social media. But according to police, that gathering has now been canceled. That image on the left is what the department posted on social media. The city says that visitors are welcome, but it is putting in place an increased law enforcement presence. That's to address any disruptive or illegal behavior, including heightened enforcement of alcohol and drug violations, disorderly conduct, trespassing, noise complaints, and traffic offenses. All of this comes in the wake of the Memorial Day weekend takeover. Plus, Delaware Attorney General Kathy Jennings' office previously directed prosecutors to dismiss all charges against the 4 men who were accused of promoting the takeover in Rehoboth Beach. They were wanted on charges of intent to commit or facilitate a riot and second-degree conspiracy, both being felonies. It is important to note that the city rebuked that and hired outside counsel to review the issues tied to the event and conduct an independent review. That's according to the city. The purpose of the review is to provide objective guidance and assessment. Now, earlier this week, the Police Accountability Committee voted to take another look at what really happened that night. The committee is made up of members from Lewis, Rehoboth Beach, and the Delaware River and Bay Authority. Now, they're planning more discussion at a meeting on September 29th. They want people that live in the city to come and learn all of the facts. And also, they're asking those 4 promoters of the May takeover to speak at September's meeting to hear their point of view. Meanwhile, in Ocean City, an investigation into a social media promoted takeover event has led to a drug arrest. Police say the detectives looking into an online beach party promotion scheduled for this past Thursday identified 20-year-old Makai Tyndall of Baltimore. Now, investigators say that Tyndall was also using social media to advertise illegal drug sales after an undercover drug purchase. Officers arrested Tyndall and later found more drugs and distribution materials in his motel room. Now, looking across Delmarva, a Laurel man is facing felony drug and weapons charges after police say he ran from a traffic stop on Friday night. Laurel police say 35-year-old Joe Smith had 2 active warrants. Officers say they found suspected heroin, marijuana, more than $6,000 in cash, plus a loaded ghost gun. Smith was taken to a Essex correctional institution on a $214,000 cash bond. Now moving along, Delaware state lawmakers rejected the first leg of a constitutional amendment to protect same-gender marriage. The bill would add language to the state constitution saying marriage is a civil right under equal protection, including protections based on sex. Sponsors say it would not force churches, synagogues, or mosques to recognize religious marriages. The bill fell short of the 28 yes votes needed, and it now returns to the Senate. Plus, happening now, Humane Animal Partners hosting a $20 vaccine clinic for pets in Sussex County. Now, the clinic just opened at 11 a.m. and it will run until 2. That's over at the Georgetown Cheer Center. Pre-registration's required as the $20 fee covers vaccines for dogs and cats, including rabies, plus a general dewormer. Microchipping and flea and tick prevention, those are also available for an extra fee. Now stay with us on Coast TV News Midday, because coming up, as Dewey Beach approaches its 45th anniversary of incorporation, why people living there in the early 1980s made the push to officially become a town.
Seasonable day on tap. Temperatures in the mid-80s. The 90s make a return Friday as increasing chance of showers and storms by Friday night. That chance is going to spill over, unfortunately, into the start of the weekend. Congratulations to Frank Fram of Lewis, Delaware, on winning an umbrella from Coast TV. We'll track the storm chances through the weekend, through the start of the weekend, here in a little bit.
From a vibrant nightlife scene to its sand and surf, the little town of Dewey Beach has a big reputation, and in today's Coastal Connections, we look at how a big decision nearly half a century ago shaped the way it looks today. 5 years after America celebrated its Independence Day bicentennial, Dewey Beach celebrated its own independence. On July 4th, 1981, the little community south of Rehoboth Beach swore in its first officials and its police force. Just days earlier, Delaware Governor Pete DuPont signed House Bill 389, making it official. Dewey Beach was incorporated as a town. Before that momentous date,
there was no town, and this was a pretty wild place.
It was very isolated, and the early part of it, like you said, you got there wasn't anything to do but just, like you said, let's go to the beach.
Basically no rules, just whatever the state rules were. So if there was an issue, they had to call the state police, and there weren't that many state police in Sussex County itself. They could have been on the other side of the county. So really just bring a little more control, a little more regulation.
Eileen Vavala had a first row seat in witnessing the effort to move Dewey Beach to incorporation. Her husband Bruce was one of the town's founding fathers. He would become its first mayor. The days before and the early times after, Dewey Beach's government ran from her back porch on New Orleans Street.
We didn't have a town hall, so a lot of times when the commissioners would meet, or they'd meet with the town attorney, they'd meet on our back porch. Phone calls would come here, so I fielded phone calls because, again, no town hall, so no place to call. I look back and I think we thought we were very grown up, very mature. We were 28 years old. You know, looking back at that age, it's like, we did that.
What they created is now one of the most popular summer destinations in the Mid-Atlantic, with the occasional shout-out from national television.
The last 10 years, I think we've really, it looks different than it used to look. There's a lot of nicer things here now. A lot of the older cottages got old and were torn down, and now we have a lot of nice homes. We have more people that they're not rental properties anymore. They're second homes or first homes for a lot of people.
It started with the goals of safety on the streets and beaches, along with having basic utilities like a sewer system. It resulted in an impactful change to the Delaware coast. So here's to 45 years of Dewey Beach incorporation. For Coastal Connections, I'm Matt Pensick.
Enjoying another beautiful morning on Delmarva. Only the humidity is up a little than what we had yesterday as we take a live look into Salisbury. We've had a few high clouds this morning. 80 degrees. Winds are out of the south at about 5 miles an hour. We're at 79 in Rehoboth as well as in Milton. Remember, yesterday we had dew points in the 50s, so we're up about 10 degrees as the humidity continues to build into the region thanks to the southwest wind flow, anywhere between about 5 to 10. Winds will pick up a bit along the coast here over the next few hours. With some gusts about 20-25 miles an hour. So we've had this veil of high cirrus clouds over the area. You can see mostly clear skies through the mid-shore on points northward. Here's our next weather maker. It's this cold front that's moving ever so slowly to the east. That will be impacting us tomorrow night into the start of the weekend. So looking back, this time last year, we were in the midst of 9 days in a row, 90 degrees plus, including 2 record-breaking days in which we hit the century mark, 101 on June 25th last year. This year, far cry from that. High of 86 degrees in Georgetown. 80 Bethany Beach. We'll see a high of 86 in Cambridge. Now, right hot off the presses, the new drought monitor shows some slight improvement across the southern portion of the peninsula through Ocean City, Salisbury, right through Somerset. Southern portions of Wicomico and Dorchester County are now in a severe drought, but you can see that extreme drought continues for really the heart of the area, right through Sussex County and the midshore. So the bottom line is we need rain. The rain we had over the last few days helped a bit there across the southern portion of the peninsula. Southwest wind flow will continue through the day and overnight, so it's going to be a mild, muggy night, only dipping into the upper 60s to low 70s. There's those winds picking up, gusting 23, Dewey Beach 22 in Ocean City, and we'll continue to see winds anywhere between about 10 to 20 through the early morning of our Friday. Rain chances ramp up tomorrow night and unfortunately through the start of the weekend. Good news is, doesn't look like a complete washout of a day. 68 overnight in Georgetown, 70 in Harrington under partly cloudy skies. Heat's back with us for Friday, 92 degrees with a late storm chance. Isolated chance, you can see a few storms popping up along the mid-shore. And then as we go into Saturday morning, we see scattered showers, downpours across the area through about midday, and then watch as we go into about 3 o'clock. You can see not a whole lot of rain throughout coastal Delaware as well as Maryland. A few showers there down through Chincoteague, and then we're looking to dry out into Sunday. As far as what the Storm Prediction Center is thinking, just a non-severe threat for most of the area. You can see that marginal risk just grazing Crisfield down through portions of Virginia and the Carolinas. The heat is going to be building in full force next week, beginning Tuesday as a heat wave arrives. 86 into Monday. We're up to 95 Wednesday, feeling more like 100 degrees. Grace.
Thank you, Chris. Now coming up tonight on DSN at 6, it's Crown Sports Summer League and girls basketball. Then catch the final score at 10:30 p.m. You can watch that girls basketball game on DSN Plus along with this exclusive at 5:15 flag football and Newcastle County League. Plus, here's what you can look forward to this afternoon on Coast Life at 4 o'clock.
Hope you're having a good day so far here along coastal Delmarva. If you join us today at 4 on Coast Life, here's what's coming your way. It is Thursday. That means we're spilling some tea, spilling some drama. We've got some parental drama going on about their daughter's boyfriend eating a lot of the snacks and the food in the house. We'll dive into that and so much more with more Coast Life today at 4. We will see you then.
New this morning, we have an update on legislation in the Delaware General Assembly that we first told you about last month. On Wednesday, the State House passed Senate Bill 310 that creates a statewide disaster recovery fund to help communities recover after major storms and emergencies. It provides housing assistance, recovery support, and rebuilding aid for people who were affected by those disasters. Now, the fund would also help local governments and support long-term recovery and resiliency projects. Now that it has passed both chambers and Legislative Hall, Bill 310 now awaits action by Governor Matt Meyer. Plus, happening today, if you love classic cars and summer nights, well, Cheer has something for you. Cheer is rolling out one more free cruise-in community event that's taking place today in Greenwood from 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. The organization says it's a laid-back event with classic rides, live music, model car shows, radio broadcasts, plus $5 dinners. Organizers say that it's replacing the Wheels for Meals show now due to construction in Georgetown. Now stay with us because coming up, cycling supports good cause. How one man is crossing thousands of miles to reduce childhood hunger. We'll be right back on CoastTV News Today. A more than 3,000-mile bike ride for a great cause ended Wednesday night in Rehoboth Beach. 73-year-old Mike Strauss started his coast-to-coast ride in California to raise money for the organization No Kid Hungry. Wednesday was the 69th day.
The message is very clear. It's that there's 14 million kids in the United States that may not know where their next 3 meals are coming from. And so I know firsthand from seeing and pedaling, step by step across the United States that there's the food there.
No Kid Hungry has helped provide more than 3 billion meals to children across the country. Truly is a great cause, Chris.
Oh, yes, it is. We're enjoying a mix of sun and clouds in Dover on this Thursday morning. Warming up out there, 81 degrees. Also, the humidity beginning to rise, and we'll top out in the mid-80s under mostly sunny skies. You can always call our Coast TV First Alert weather phone for your latest forecast. Full 10-day up next. Warm and muggy conditions developing across the area today. A hot and humid Friday, 92. Can't rule out an isolated thunderstorm Friday evening. A better chance of scattered showers and storms rolls in Friday night through Saturday. So Saturday, not a complete washout, but we are going to be dodging the showers and storms, I think, throughout most of the day. 86 into Sunday. Sunday is definitely going to be the drier of the 2 days, and then the heat, humidity build back in. A heat wave develops by Tuesday. We're up to 95 on Wednesday, 97 into Thursday. It's going to feel like a little over 100 throughout that time span. Early look at the 4th of July right now, looking at 90 degrees with a chance of thunderstorms. Grace.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you for joining us for CoastTV News Midday. If you like more local news and weather, be sure to download our CoastTV News app. Don't forget to join us back here for CoastTV News at 5 and 6 later this afternoon. Until then, have a great Thursday.